Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your favorite producer, DJ Phanatic from DJ Phanatic Beats. Just wanted to jump on here and do like a continuation of the video that you saw, if you watched it. But before I do that, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on the channel. The channel on YouTube is DJ Phanatic World. I know some of you guys just see me on YouTube, and this is also, part of my artist community that basically signed up and got 30 free beats. So make sure you go to DJ Phanatic Beats right now and sign up. It's not just some throwaway beats, it's some hot stuff. Definitely been getting love on a lot of music that I've been putting out. So basically the last video was about setting goals. And I'm gonna make this real quick. And I know I look bad on camera right now. I just finished working out, did some producing, finished some beats, some hot stuff, man. Some really good stuff, and also some video editing. Brother got to shave, get cleaned up. I just wanted to get on camera and give you this knowledge. So it's not about that, it's about getting you this information, and also to make sure I wasn't too, scatterbrained about the last video about setting goals. So basically, just a recap, if you haven't seen that, basically I was talking about setting daily goals to reach major goals. And in life, you should definitely have goals. I'm not going to go too broad, but this is more specific for artists that basically want more fans, definitely want more notoriety, want better music, want to get signed to major labels, go to independent route, and just basically get more love, more exposure. And not most importantly, but the big thing is to live, doing what you love, making money. I mean, doing what you love, for a living, and that's the ultimate goal, I think, for a lot of you guys. So setting up goals. Let's say you got a goal for 2018. The first month is pretty much done. Let's say you got a goal for this year. Let's say you want to what do you call it? The example I used was a mixtape. So this is just like a recap. Basically, to reach that goal of getting your mixtape done this year, you want to do, if you're starting out, at least a song a week, because I know a lot of you have lives. I know you go to school, I know you go to school and go to work. That was my life at the time. I went to school, I had 2 jobs, and I did, extracurricular stuff. I was in the band, orchestra, I was playing football, and it's just a lot of life things you go on. And I know some of y'all parents too, so that takes up a lot of your time too. So this is like, I'm not gonna go on too many tangents like I usually do, but you gotta, if you really want those things as far as the goals as being an artist, as a rapper or singer, you definitely gotta put time into it. You can't just keep wishing it. You gotta put action into it, and commitment and consistency. So if you want to get a mixtape done, your first mixtape ever, definitely at least start with a song a week. That'd be dope. And when you're doing that, you want to think about that constantly. Like when you wake up, be like, okay, my goal is to get this mixtape done this year, or at least, this first quarter by March or whatever. And you're like, you wake up thinking, okay, let me just write some lyrics. And then you go to work, maybe at your lunch, you can keep writing lyrics, on that song, or start another song. This is just lyrics, not even recording. And let's say you go to work, whatever, you go to school, you come back, you want to keep writing that song. So before you know it, by the end of the week, you have a song completed. You have like the melody in your head, the chorus, the lyrics, or whatever, and you got a song for that week. Let's say you do that for the whole month. You have 4 songs. And let's say the next month, you do 2 songs a week. You have 8 songs. 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 songs in 2 months. Just by doing that. Now, and that's for those that are just starting out. Some of y'all already have mixtapes. I heard, a lot of music, man. I hear y'all. I hear you. You're out there doing your thing, and you always want to step it up a notch. So a lot of y'all got mixtapes already. But, let's say you want to reach a higher quality, like a next level. You definitely want to, get outside professional ears. Like, let's say you've been doing mixtapes and you ain't really getting the type of plays that you want. You need that exposure. You need fans that truly connect with you. So let's say you just need a little bit of polish. So let's say, you know, you just want to step up another level and do like 5 mixtapes a year. You know, for those that already been doing mixtapes, like mid-level, whatever. Let's say you want to do 5 mixtapes. You do one, let's see, you do a mixtape pretty much every 2 months, and you have 5, you know, for the year. Don't get me to do the math wrong, whatever. But that just gives you an idea of how to scale little things to add up to a big thing, so it doesn't seem so overwhelming. What else I was gonna say? And you definitely want to, like, you know, not just be overwhelmed by saying, oh man, I gotta finish this. Some days it just doesn't happen. You know, I have a lot of goals myself, and I'll say this on camera. One of my goals was to get my music published for a lot of TV shows, and I was like, I never done that before, to be honest. Like, you know, reality shows, TV or film, whatever, like independent films. You know, I would love some stuff with major film. That's actually in the works. But, you know, like VH1, MTV, BET, all the reality shows, you hear music in the background, whatever. And that was one of my goals, to get music on there. So what I did, I basically studied what people are doing. I did anything I can to learn, you know, how can I get in this industry? Like, how can I get music on that scale, you know, to that level of, you know, of professionalism, and present myself. And also, just my main goal was to get music, you know, chosen for major shows or for TV. And I have a lot of goals in that area, but I won't get specific. I'm just giving you an example so you can kind of relate to what I did. But long story short, man, I produced my ass off. You know, I made sure I knew, you know, what connects with music supervisors. You know, I took what I knew I had, you know, as a producer, and just really went musical with it. And it's just a whole different industry. And also, you know, I paid attention to some mentors and advice. You know, there's always information out there, and that's a tangent I'm gonna jump on real quick. There's tons of free information. Always, you know, and there's expensive information, but, you know, you don't want to pay a lot of money and just get something average, you know. Information, like, you should always exhaust all free options. Work it. I mean, like, learn what other independent artists are doing to reach that status. You know, I know a lot of you have a passion for it, and you've seen, you know, artists that are just doing a thing. Study them, learn from them. How did they get there? How did they get their songs out? So that way you can elevate yourself and get to another level. And that's kind of tying into setting goals. So, I mean, you're artists. That's why you're watching this video, you know, because you definitely are driven. I know you are. I know you're driven. And I know you want to live your life doing it. And a lot of y'all, you know, are younger, and it's a good time to start, because this setting goals, you know, not just a mixtape, you know, you want, you know what I'm saying, a $5 million house. You want a $300,000, $500,000 car for no reason. You know, you want to set your bar so high. You want to donate, you know, to charities where you help children, you know, buy books and stuff, or buy supplies, or help build up schools, you know, in not so well off countries and whatnot. So you want to think major, man. You want to have huge goals where you can take you being an artist. I mean, look at how many humanitarian artists in the world. You know, I know Common, shout out to Common, he has a Common Ground Foundation. I think Pharrell has something too, I forgot what he has. Man, that's crazy. I mean, just look at all these artists, and they're tied in to a lot of different things, and it all started with just making that one song. You know what I'm saying? It all started with that one idea to make something special. And it can start with a mixtape. Your mixtape can get handed off to a DJ. A DJ knows an entertainment lawyer. Entertainment lawyer knows somebody executive at a label. The person at the label knows the other person at the label. You have no idea who's listening. You have no idea who's watching. You have no idea who, you know, looks at your video on YouTube. You never know. So always think in mind that setting these goals always elevates you to be better. And especially it's more fulfilling when you realize that you accomplish these goals. So I'm not, you know, trying to preach too much, and this video is going to be short. You know, it's definitely, you can always scale it up. And you can not only apply it to music as being an artist, you can apply setting goals in your life. You know, let's say, you know, you want to graduate by this year. I can't tell you my story about graduating college. It was crazy. Basically I paid 4 years of college pretty much by myself. Each year was like 17 grand. You do the math. I paid that myself, and I still didn't finish. I watched a lot of my friends graduate without me. It was kind of depressing because somebody called me up to DJ senior week, and I saw like all my peoples I haven't seen in a minute. They're like, where you been? We haven't seen you in a minute. Like a lot of my classmates at the time. And I'm like, yo, I couldn't afford to come back because, you know, I was over my head with expenses. I was DJing, you know, just too much and not getting paid for it. You know, I was selling myself short because, you know, I was passionate about it, but at the same time, you want to make income. So anyway, you know, let's say that's one of your goals, graduating, or one of your goals of buying a house or buying a car or taking your family on a trip or not having to work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Not having to go to a boss that just like saying, yo, I need you to do this by this time, or you lazy, or you need to sweep the floor, here's this broom. You know what I'm saying? I know I've been there too, but what I'm trying to say is basically, you know, setting these goals can be applied to anything in your life. So write them songs, write the lyrics. You know, just writing lyrics is not the only thing. Let's say after you're done writing the lyrics that week, let's say you make sure you go to a studio the next week. You know, that way you have a song written and recorded, bam, on to the next one. Or you can do it in the same week. If you're that good, you can do a song, just write lyrics that day or whatever in the time frame that you can. And if y'all have time, if you're not working or not going to school, you have no excuse. You know, or you're just playing video games all day. And I talked about that. Don't get distracted by things that just drain your life away. You just, you know, value your time. And I'm saying this now because it took me forever to learn that. And I'm finally, you know, getting into producing more than I used to. Because I used to do a couple beats here, send them off here, do whatever. But things are popping right now. It's popping. And I'm going like super hard on production. And there's so many avenues and big things happening right now that I'm very grateful for. And I know things are happening. So value your time. You know, if you can do like a song, write lyrics and record in the same day, you're golden. I know artists that can write 10 songs and record all day, all night to the morning, and get like 20 songs done overnight. That's the type of level, you know, you can be on, especially if you're starting out. And I'm not just talking random songs where you just throw something together and here, it's done. You know, you gotta like revisit it, polish it. And there's different levels to honing it, you know, like shaping it. And you wanna critique it, you need professional ears. You don't just need your friends or your family just listening to it. You need somebody that has experience. And it definitely helps your career. And it may hurt a little bit, especially when you're starting. You're like, man, that song, it was dope. But it's dope to you at the level that you think you're at. You know what I'm saying? And you want fans, you gotta just let people listen to it. And fans, man, they'll tell you, yo, that's whack. I made beats that some people didn't like. It's cool. You know, it's part of the game. A part of the industry. I mean, like, I see art as almost like food. It's like food has certain flavors, certain seasonings, certain things that go together, and not everyone likes lima beans. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you season them things up, or collard greens, you season them things up, or ribs, or steak, or shrimp, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting hungry. I had Chipotle too earlier. But that's a side note. But you can still make it taste good. And somebody might like lobster that somebody doesn't like lobster. You see what I'm saying? So that kind of goes with your music as well. Not everyone's gonna like it, but I'm trying to get you on a mind frame of setting goals so you can improve yourself. So I definitely got music for you, you know, that will elevate you and take you up a level. You already know, DJ Phanatic Beats. Make sure, you know, on the beat store, there's categories. You can do it by genre. You can do it by like what they call as tags. You can definitely search by, let's say you're mad or sad, angry, happy, or you just want something dark like trap, or you want like something happy, I think I said that already, or something laid back and smooth, or something like mid-tempo. You can even search by tempo. Just there's a little search field on there. Just type in there and just see what comes up. Cause definitely posted a lot of new music on there, and it's hot, man. It's definitely hot. And my dog in the background agrees. So it's definitely hot. So you know, I got that music for you, definitely, and that will help you stay active with your recording, because sometimes you'll just write lyrics without listening to music. And you know, the production that I make, oh man, this video getting long. The production I make, I definitely want to inspire the listener, and I want to inspire the artist to write the best song possible, you know, to express themselves. And just hit play, man, and just keep going through them, and you'll be shocked. Like, it'll invite that feeling for you to write your story and write, you know, what you've been through, or what you've been thinking about, or, you know, what you and your girl been through, or, you know, how you grinding out here, how you get money, how, you know, etc. And I'm not gonna get into much about money. You know, you really got to think about where you're spending your money. Belts, shoes, clothes, video games, food, unnecessary food, you know, all these unnecessary expenses. And you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? You definitely, and you're not where you want to be with your music. So when you make those choices to buy stuff like that and not invest in your music, you know what I'm saying? Definitely just do some self-searching and think about that. And actually, that might be another video. But you're an artist, and I know that you starting out, some of y'all starting out, and I know a lot of y'all are doing your thing, but there's always another level that you can reach. So, it's your boy, DJ Phanatic. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know sometimes y'all just run across me on YouTube. Subscribe, man. I got a lot more videos coming, a lot more heat, got music for you, and you buy one, you get 2 free for $14.99. So definitely holla at me. And if you need me to pick out beats, that's cool too. Hit me at djphanaticbeats@gmail.com. Alright? It's your boy, signing off. Peace. What's up? How you doing? You thought I was ending the video?